are again. Looks like our target is going to be 3. So I'm trying to get it low because this is the first time I'm using something like this. And I don't know exactly how reliable something like this is going to be, so we will, what can we do right now? What is this? Okay. Silent running on off. Okay.
Break for silent running. Yes, sir.
This is what I was looking for. Let's go back up into here. And what is the deal with this at the bottom? How tall? Where's the? So this to be something killing me. Feet. Okay. Where I'm supposed to be at is supposed to be right here. There he is. He is too far out to lock. So 3 nautical miles is too long for this thing to work. Okay, I guess I have to get closer because this isn't going to work. I can't even lock on this thing. He's so far out there. This is already getting annoying. Okay, so I guess the chase is still on until I'm close enough. And I don't know how close I'm supposed to be for this, but apparently I'm not close enough. Okay, so here I got the target locked, and according to what I'm seeing through this view scope, it's going to be a broadside hit. So we go down here to the map, and we can see that it is really a broadside hit. This is going to be an angle hit. Now we come here to see our tracking, and there is no tracking. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what is the purpose of this map? Oh, this doesn't even show tracking at all. And I've locked on this target. And according to this, there's nothing here. So now I got my torpedo depth set, but I don't think this is going to work. To begin with, from the real world documentaries, they said this thing doesn't work anyways. And more so because this isn't created by the people who did Silent Hunter 3, so I actually expect a lot less. So the and what I've already experienced so far on this sub is already annoying. It's ridiculous. I had to chase this boat all the way down here. I'd really rather just break off and go back up north where I came from. It wasn't really worth that chase. But since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and fire only 2 torpedoes because I really believe this is not really even worth 1. I believe that this is a complete waste of time. Now, I know I'm being a little negative about it and not being totally fair, but you know what? From the information that I'm seeing, I'm actually seeing enough stuff to tell me that I am wasting my time here. And we're about to go and we're going to test that right now. So, I guess we're both doing 9 kilometers, so it's practically like a dead stop between us both. So, let's just do this one. Don't stop. I don't really see this working out. I believe this is going to be a miss. And I know it's so negative. But you know what? I have not seen anything positive out of this. I have not seen one thing possible. Well, at least we can see this torpedo where it's going. Oh my goodness, there's a torpedo impact. Get out of here. That actually worked. I bet you right now, the old World War II submariners are probably sitting there saying, what the heck? Because these things did not work like that at all. At least that's what they were stating. Maybe they just didn't know what they were doing, huh? And the game developers researched and found out they were wrong. The researchers know more about what's going on. What I'm trying to find is the controls for silent rigging. I don't need it right now. What I need is torpedoes loaded. And I cannot find this. Loading on. Damage control. Is it here? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Let's see what happens. Okay. Here we are. Right here. So, apparently when we're next to other vessels, the wakes are impossible to contend with. Even so, it doesn't matter what periscope you're in. They're gonna. It's just that when you're in the observation periscope, you're not going to see anything. So you're better off up here. So I don't know if this is supposed to make it more difficult or the developers are just failures at what they do here. But I'm not here to criticize, really, because I could get real nasty about this game because a lot of this game has already got on my nerves. Okay, so we're going to try to finish this stupid boat off because I guess once was not enough. So apparently our torpedoes were not strong enough to sink a full vessel, and the Germans were. So we're definitely rocking out of the Civil War time period. See what happens now. I think that wave was there on purpose. Man, does it take forever to fire. We'll see what happens. Can't see nothing. Well, according to that, this has been hit. Again. And I can't tell where I'm at. Okay, we'll just have to take this fight to the surface because this isn't going to work. This has got the worst if this is how these boats were, they're pure junk. Not like rocking the old ironclad style type Civil War weaponry. Annoying. Okay, so now we're on the surface. And the vessel can't be seen anywhere. So it must have sank. And all them big tall waves. Here I'm on the surface and the water's barely doing anything. I can tell you this game can really be annoying. It's like when you're underwater, you got all these big huge waves splashing your periscope, making it impossible for you to see. Then you come up on the surface and the water is calm and cool and relaxing. It doesn't make it challenging, it makes it stupid and it becomes very, very annoying. There's our vessel.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's right, we gotta run from it.
Yes, sir.
So let's go and run from it.
Rudder, 9.
Because we gotta be, our aft section has to be towards it. Because somehow this was the brilliant way to install a weapon on a boat like this. Put the main gun to the rear at all cost. he sure he's not using packing powder and a cannonball? Can't tell with this boat. So this here is our boat, our enemy merchant ship. We have to get our its listing enabled to held up. So I'm trying to do is trying to get the our 50 cal cannon, our 3-inch gun in range to be able to mount this. Because we got people still on the deck. Okay.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Guess I gotta take this thing myself. He's alive. Didn't I just not throw that at him?
Back emergency.
I must be throwing rounds from Disney World at him. Because he survived that hit.
Yes, sir. All stop.
Yeah, he survived that one. I'll let him handle it. I just sit up here and wait till it's done. What a joke. So I'm trying to figure out who is shooting at us, and now I found the machine gun. See this water? There's a guy who was submerged under the water, determined to shoot at him. You'd figure he would have drowned or had abandoned that post. But I guess as long as you can hold your breath, you can stay there until you get a clear shot. See? And it seems like the more we pound it, the longer it can stay above water. Matter of fact, if you can see it, it's almost starting to straighten out. So, after constant firing and dropping rounds on it, it finally blows up. So I guess for the American arsenal, the armor-piercing round is nothing more than a round that pierces metal and is roughly a large, worthless bullet. So that's a waste. And then the high explosive rounds, well, they're just firework displays, so that's a waste. Because it took forever to get this thing resolved. And the torpedoes are not worth it. I'm going to do more research on it and pick up where these guys failed. That's all there is. But I bet you there's probably mods that already fix these problems. And what they need to do is they need to get paid for fixing the issues that are here. Okay. Well, enough of that. Time to move on. So here's what's going on so far. I've snuck into here. I'm still running in and sneaking in through. I'm on silent running. This is how I usually sneak around stuff. And the problem is when I come up here, I'm going to have to surface. I do not think that this is deep enough for me to sneak under. It looks like I have to go over this and then get to this side before I can get back under. So basically I'll be vulnerable here. So we'll see what happens. But so far as we're looking at, this is a warship. It's kind of weird because it's blue, and you'd think that the enemy vessels would be red and not blue. So it seems like their color codes are a little bit confusing here. That's what it looks like to me. It's the one I sunk earlier. So I guess everybody's on alert, huh? Well, anyhow, this is what's going on.